Not only does it represent my black belt in karate, but it also helps keep my pants up. Welcome to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, a weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question. Should or shouldn't you watch this? I'm your host, Chris Compton. Let's get into our review and breakdown of The Art of Self-Defense from 2019.
I want to sign up for classes.
It's excellent news. I'm going to go ahead and enter you into the system. Name, Casey
Davies?
It's a very feminine sounding name. Why karate?
I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of other men. They intimidate me. I want to be what intimidates me. I want to be...
This question's multiple choice. A, health and fitness. B, career opportunity. C, New Year's resolution. D, self-defense / traumatic experience.
What if it's none of the above?
Should I read the choices again?
No, that's okay. A, health and fitness.
This is your belt. It is yours. It is sacred. There'll be a $15 charge to replace a lost belt.
Joining me today is recurring guests Cole and Taylor, longtime friends and movie enthusiasts who both worked with me when I worked as a projectionist at the movie theater years ago. Happy to have them on this week's breakdown of The Art of Self-Defense from 2019. The description for this one is, after being attacked on the street, a young man enlists at a local dojo led by a charismatic and mysterious sensei in an effort to learn how to defend himself from future threats. Directed by Riley Stearns. Top billed stars are Jesse Eisenberg, Alessandra Nivola, and Imogen Poots, to name a few. Runtime of this one is 1 hour and 44 minutes, rated R. Genre on Rotten Tomatoes says comedy only, although IMDb says action, comedy, crime. So I always love when they just say crime. What does that mean? Does that mean there's a crime going on, or there's... I don't get it. IMDb gives this a rating of 6.7 out of 10 from 27,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gives it an 84% from critics based on 165 critic ratings, and 63% from the rest of us based on 250,000 audience reviews. On a $3 million budget, this would made a worldwide box office haul of $2.4 million. I'm sure they would wish to have made more money on that one as well. You're going to have to find this and watch it because it's pretty good. Speaking of where to watch this, if you have a current library card, you can stream this for free right now on Canopy. Or if you have a Hulu subscription, you can stream it there while it lasts. Or, of course, you can rent or buy it. But before you do, let's get into the hottest segment in podcast history. Should or shouldn't you watch this? 5 reasons why you should watch this are: number 1, if you're a fan of Jesse Eisenberg, kind of feels like his character from Zombieland, if you ask me, which, to be honest, is great. 2, if you're in the mood for a dark comedy. 3, if you like well-written dialogue. 4, if you aren't afraid of few carefully placed aggressive acts of violence. This is for you. And number 5, last but not least, if you'd like to support the independent film scene and a dusting of full frontal male nudity, this is for you. All right, let's get into popcorn trivia. Not much here, as this was kind of an independent film. Writer and director Riley Stearns trains and teaches Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in real life. So maybe that's why most of the jiu-jitsu jokes actually land really well. And I love the dojo rules from this movie. Number 1, no shoes on the mat. Number 2, no food or drinks on the mat. Number 3, bow when stepping on and off the mat. Number 4, always bring your belt. Number 5, wash your gi. Number 6, respect your opponent. Number 7, tap or hear it snap. Number 8, take or take a nap. Number 9, stay hydrated. And number 10, if it works, use it. Oh, and then there's another one. number 11, guns are for the weak. All right, let's get into popcorn beefs. You know what? No big or small beefs with this film, to be honest. Let's get into this week's breakdown. Welcome back to another episode of the Popcorn Priest. I'm your host, the Popcorn Priest.
Popcorn Compton.
We just screened The Art of Self-Defense. Came out in 2019. Rated... What?
Sundance favorite.
Yes.
Is it?
It's an indie film.
Yeah, for sure.
Rated R, hour and 44 minutes. We screened it on Blu-ray. Casey just can't seem to win. Attacked on the street, humiliated at his job, and even emasculated by his dog. I don't think
That didn't happen.
that's not correct.
Yeah, that's what caused
His
him.
dog
That's
is
what caused him to go out and get beat
I mean,
up.
he has an emasculating dog, but the dog itself did not emasculate him.
He's apologizing to the dog. That's why he went to go get food at night, and that's what got him beat up in the first
So
place.
I don't know that the dog
Maybe-
is actively emasculated. He's just
Yeah,
kind
just
of
the-
emasculated. Like,
Just because he is his dog, that's emasculated him.
He doesn't
yeah,
have-
okay.
But not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dog did it.
Yeah,
to him.
no, like the dog didn't like dominate him.
Yeah.
I stick by my assertion.
He joins a local karate dojo led by the enigmatic sensei to learn how to defend himself. In the midst of his training, Casey becomes friendly with a female instructor.
No.
He soon realizes he is caught in a bizarre world of outcast
In a
fraternal
couple of
rituals
No.
and hilarious hypermasculinity.
The
Netflix is
the cool down scene. They had a bonding moment.
Yeah, but the Netflix descriptions are always bad. It doesn't. That's just the way it is. They're a little.
I don't think he becomes friendly with her.
No, and I mean, it's not even. No, I just think that's wrong. This movie rules, though.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I mean, the first part of that's like mostly correct. He's like emasculated. He's kind of like this.
It's
Like
almost like
walking,
he's got
just-
autism. Like he's really
He's
awkward
like this
around everybody.
complete wuss, like just getting like bullied and picked on by everyone.
Apologizing to his dog.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Jesse Eisenberg isn't a great actor, but like this,
He's really
is-
typecast in this
This
movie.
is built for him.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the kind of roles he's been typecast as, kind of like nebbish, like neurotic loser kind of type.
Emasculated neurotic loser.
And then yeah, he joins like a cult of toxic masculinity, and it rules.
Yeah,
I was kind of thinking like Fight Club, and it kind of reminded me of that, at least in its basic premise.
yeah.
I
There's
lost some
some
train of thought. Sorry, keep going.
Fight Club.
Like as far as like
Essence.
like toxic masculinity is the cure for what ails you.
Well, and especially with twist endings like Fight Club. I mean,
Yeah, but
this one has.
I mean, this one's not.
Well, it's not over the top, but it's definitely quite. You don't know where it's going to go, and then the third.
Yeah,
act,
no,
it
it just
kind
we
of
were like, how much longer does this movie have? Like, where's it going?
it pulls the wool out over your eyes towards the end. And you're like, oh, there's all kinds of things going on.
I liked how it just it's really taut. The ending's really
Yeah, no, it just wraps it all up.
very good. I liked that it was an hour and 44 minutes. It seemed a little longer than that, but it was good.
It went by really.
Yeah,
fast.
no,
It
the
seemed like-
sensei character's pretty great too. Like,
Just the sensei's interactions with everybody are like priceless.
Yeah,
just
no, it's
because
like-
he makes everybody else feel awkward, but he's so calm and
Yeah,
like,
no,
direct
like-
in his conversations.
his philosophy of hypermasculinity is really funny. It's like
And the
making fun of his
dialogue,
name.
the dialogue is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got like a wood.
It makes me want to go out and buy a yellow belt now to hold my pants.
That would be sweet. You can get those on Mission belts. I have one on right now. It's a black belt, obviously. 'cause I'm a
You're black belt in everyday life. You're a black belt in what? Graphic design?
Yeah.
Just like how he was a black belt in
Fiscal
fiscal black
Fiscal
belt.
black belt. You can buy different color belts on Mission belts. They're rad. I'm not getting paid for that endorsement.
Yeah, I feel that. It's like
It's one of the funniest scenes in the movie when the belts are introduced. And
I had to buy 50 belts.
for like 17 students in the class.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
it's,
like
it's definitely, I mean, reading a couple of reviews earlier, it is definitely very dark. It gets very violent at times. So,
Yeah, it's an R-rated dark movie. It's not like
well, but more violence than anything. There's not really any language or there's a few F words
Yeah, I'm
and
trying
there's
to think.
there's a pair of boobs, but everything else is the violence is pretty intense.
That's just on like a piece of paper.
Yeah, it wasn't.
A Xerox piece of paper.
Well, that's what I just mean. Like it was like aside from the violence, it wasn't really anything else going on.
Oh wait, there was
the masculine rub down.
There is about 15 seconds of full frontal peen, but if you watch Westworld, there's male nudity about every 15 seconds, let alone only a 15-second.
I love that only one of the guys in the night class decides I'm going full nude.
No, the others didn't.
Two of the others did, but you just didn't see them.
I know.
No,
it didn't. It looked like it was one.
The one guy got naked. The other guy behind him pulled his pants down, but he crouched down, so he didn't see it. Like he was pulling his clothes off when they got down on the mat.
Okay.
The other guy lifted his leg up, who was nude on the ground. So yes, there was more than one guy getting naked.
Yeah, no, the weird like cult like aspects of his karate dojo are it's all very funny.
That's the best part. Is it's just any regular strip mall dojo shop.
Yeah, but it's just like
but it has like a rich.
It has like this insane like pseudo religious like devotion to it with.
And some weird story about the master. We're not
really
clear on whether it was there's some misgivings with his past or not, or if it's just an accident.
No, I think I figured that part out, but I don't want to spoil anything while we're recording. But I think I realized what happened with his story.
Yeah, no, I think I got it too, based on how that movie ends. But
yeah.
No, it's fun. If you're into that kind of movie, it's definitely like an independent film. Like it's not like a mainstream comedy or anything, but it's.
I noticed some. I don't know. I mean, this is a Blu-ray screening, but I felt like they filmed it on film or something because there was some, or maybe it was digital.
No, you could tell they're digital cameras.
Because it was like really
the resolution at night, the graininess.
Is that because it is digital?
So they can shoot better in the dark, yeah. Because it's probably just production value where it's
maybe they were shooting it during the day and adding a filter.
No, you can't do that. It's just more lightweight to do digital like that when you're out on the street or in a little dojo shop.
Yeah, I noticed that kind of.
That's what Fincher does a lot. Like that's how you can tell like different kinds of cameras. Probably like a red. But yeah, the cinematography is really good. It's the angles of like different shots are really interesting. He's approaching the master's picture, like looking down on him from up on high, like everybody else bowing down to worship the previous master of the dojo.
And how they zoom out and zoom in close on.
Oh, and like punching on their movements.
Yeah, and they would be off to the right of the camera, and then the focus would change, and you'd see his face in the background peeking through.
Like a lot of the fight. It's funny because the fight scenes are filmed like ballet dancing in slow motion, but they're punching and kicking everybody each other.
The metal scene with them fighting was very cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I give it a golden bucket for sure. It was way cool, way good.
I give it 3.5 out of 4.
Yeah, Galaxy of Stars.
Galaxy of Stars by Taylor. Golden bucket.
Wait, what's the difference between a galaxy of stars and a trillion stars?
I don't know.
No, usually gives 1,000 stars.
Oh, that's right.
Well, then
it's
1,000 stars.
A couple of movies have given more
all
than 1,000.
movies are either some stars, 1,000 stars, or no stars.
No, one of them was higher. I can't remember what movie it was, but you said like a trillion stars.
Trillion, billion stars.
Yeah. There's been a couple where you were like, you were through the roof.
Upgrade probably was probably the last one where I was like punching my fist in the air while we were watching it.
I think Mandy might have been one of them too.
That one also, yes. So Mandy and Upgrade, I think we're both billion trillion stars.
So good.
The Invisible Man coming in February.
Yeah, no, anything that director does, I will go and see.
The former writer for the Saw franchise.
Wrote The Invisible Man?
No. The guy that wrote and helped produce the original, like, first 1 or 2 Saw movies, he's the guy that directed Upgrade and is doing Invisible Man, and he's involved in the Insidious, too.
Okay.
Lee Winnell.
Well, if you don't mind full frontal male nudity and some graphic violence.
Dark comedy. If you
And
don't
dark
like dark
comedy,
comedy, don't watch it.
you're not gonna like it.
It's
But
like,
if you can get behind that, I think I also read a couple of reviews and they're like, "Oh, it was super dark," and
yeah, those,
But
people,
that,
those
like,
people are soft.
you have to know that like
Well,
it's still funny when it's not funny.
Well, no, if you watch the trailer, it plays it off as like more romantic comedy kind of thing.
Yeah, like a quirky guy. That's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's not.
It's
not
not
that.
even close to that at all. It's totally the marketing is way.
Yeah,
deceiving.
no, it's not really playing that angle for.
It's still worth watching, but if you watch the trailer, you're going to be totally surprised when you actually watch the film.
Like,
yeah.
you could tell that this went to a film festival. Like that's.
Yeah, oh,
It's
yeah.
like this did not come out of like.
It's like Napoleon Dynamite if they had 10 times the budget.
Yeah, and it was
actors.
like a lot darker and.
Yeah.
way less quirky.
I would have either movie if they gave me what the trailer was telling
Yeah.
me, but I also really like this movie too. So anyway, there you have it. Go check it out, and we'll see you next time. As always, hit me up on the Twitters or the Instas if you want to interact with the great Popcorn Priest at Popcorn Priest. I respond to every tweet, post, comment, hashtag, and whatever else there is. Let us know if there's something you would like us to review. Hey, I see you guys listening. Drop me a line. Say hi. I want to interact with you guys. I want to say hi. Also, if you've enjoyed this or any of our previous episodes, please subscribe so you can get notifications on our newest episodes. Much appreciated. Next week, if you want to be ready for our newest breakdown, we'll be reviewing Dr. Sleep from 2019, the sequel to Stanley Kubrick's 1980 film The Shining, and based on the follow-up novel with the same name, Dr. Sleep, released in 2013. As always, thanks for listening. This has been Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest. And for Cole and Taylor, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.